Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Ali and I just sitting here awkwardly, as if we're at a Thanksgiving dinner, because Jan and Shaka have been getting into it about how many goalkeepers should be good in the squad.
And unnecessarily so.
Very ugly, Ali.
Yes, but unnecessarily so. It could have been a very friendly conversation, and then I think what the problem was, once Jan started giving it this sort of move that he was doing that, I think Shaka couldn't take it. He couldn't take that.
Me and Jan are both old school. We all right. We're just two grumpy old men. Thanksgiving dinner.
Listen, I played with Shaka. We all love Shaka. But there's something about that thing when you put your gloves, you put your gloves on, then you are nervous not to play. As a striker, I was always confident my whole life that I will always play. I was never nervous. But thank God I didn't have gloves on.
Came ready tonight, didn't he, Jan? Came ready. Okay.
He gave him the shake and bake, and Shaka could not handle it.
Ali,
That's a carnival, yeah.
Ali, has Carlo gone soft on front four for not defending? Will Alonso be able to handle these divas in the locker room? Also, how come Ali and Craig don't know about DJ Snake unless they live in the caves?
Ooh. All right. Well, let me first address.
There's one part of that question I'm really looking forward to.
Yes. Well, let me address the most important part of that question. Am I supposed to know who DJ Snake is? Is DJ Snake somebody that I should know? That should be in my demographic?
Well,
should be my.
to Shaka's invisible dog, yes.
That dog's not invisible. I've got two they're very small dogs.
Okay.
Are they competing against each other for the number one position?
No,
Okay.
they don't have gloves.
Good to know.
So
My dogs don't wear gloves.
Let me just conduct a questionnaire here. Do you know who DJ?
Of course I don't, Ali.
Okay.
Of course not.
And what about you, Shaq?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, tell me, Shaq.
That was a lie.
Okay, well, there you go.
I don't know. I don't know.
We live in the caves.
It may be that we have aged out from that.
Yeah.
Why don't I ask Jan? We just assume.
Well, because hey, I've seen the moves. I've seen the moves.
I would have so loved now as an old man to say that I know who that DJ is, but I have no clue.
There you go. Well, there you
All
go.
right, let's get to the Carlo part of the question.
Oh, we still got to answer. We got to answer that question.
Focus on DJ Snake.
I think by now, what I know of Carlo Ancelotti and what I've seen of Carlo Ancelotti in years past, and everything that he has achieved as a manager, by now, I would have thought he would have figured out, hey, we can't continue to do this. And yet he continues to put out this group of players out there that just don't give you enough balance. This team has very little structure to it, and too many players with free roles. And the fact that Ancelotti has not done anything to address it, it's really surprising. And the fact that part of his solution against Arsenal was to bring Fede Valverde from the midfield out to a wide area and lose his energy in the midfield, that was also surprising against a team that does so well through the midfield as Arsenal proved to do against Real Madrid. So I love me some Carlo Ancelotti, but I don't understand his decision-making process as it pertains to the personnel on this team.
Or who DJ Snake is.
I looked up DJ Snake, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
So he's worked with Pitbull, shut it down, applause by Lady Gaga, and turned down for what with Lil Jon?
Oh, well, now we know
Everybody
what we're
knows.
talking
Everybody
about.
knows that.
Shut it
You know,
down.
turned
What
down
shut
for
it
what,
down?
right?
I don't know what shut
Who
it
shut
down.
what down?
Something with Pitbull. Shut it down.
Okay. all
I
right.
know you
Okay.
know.
But then you
just
got to
don't
know
know you
Lil
know it.
Jon. You turn down for what? You got to know that.
Of course we do.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
course.
so that was
Okay.
DJ Snake.
Oh.
That was DJ
Wow,
Snake.
look at him, so talented.
Talent.
Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew him by a different name.
We should have known.
Yeah.
Really,
No,
we
no,
should.
we
First
do.
name basis. Yeah, and this actually did cause a bit of an argument yesterday between Shaka and Stevie. So rank these teams
Shaka
from
again.
most.
Shaka again.
Yeah, I know.
You'll get on my nerves, you lot.
Okay.
Most to least likely to overturn their first leg deficit and make it to the Champions League semis. Bayern,
Okay.
Dortmund, Madrid, Villa.
Dortmund, no chance. Of course, no chance. I mean, no chance. Most likely to turn it around, I will say that could be Bayern. They got good stats there at San Siro. I can't see Real Madrid. Everybody say, well, if one team can do it, it could be Real Madrid. No, so I will stick to Bayern to turn that around. Villa has no chance at all. I mean, at 2-1, they could have a chance because they were brilliant, for example, against Bayern Munich at home, and it's a great atmosphere at Villa Park. But I will go Bayern.
So Bayern, Villa, Madrid, Dortmund, is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, you actually agree. Because you put Bayern in the power rankings and Stevie questioned it and you said they're the most likely to turn around their deficit.
I'm trying to tell you Jan is an intelligent guy, but you don't believe me.
I heard your algorithm was in fine form yesterday. That it was automatic, really.
Well, you know.
People are still talking about it.
Science, Ali. Can't argue with science.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just say, thank goodness it was automatic.
Well, I don't know what that was speaking. Don't let me get an argument with you now.
Don't give him the shake and bake because that's what gets him going.
All right, Ale, how much would you rate Onana's mistake yesterday on a Shaka-strophic scale? And yes, we do want the sound effect.
Okay, well,
mistakes, plural.
Let me just say that there are categories to Shaka-strophic. There is Shaka-strophic, Shaka-strophic Deluxe, Shaka-strophic Deluxe Royale, and then the one that is just next level is Shaka-strophic Deluxe Royale with cheese. That is seldom seen. That is a special category, and only the very special get to that level. I actually think this mistake from Ange Onana was just a simple Shaka-strophic, and that's it.
Really?
I didn't escalate it.
Good, okay.
Yeah, I didn't escalate it to Deluxe Royale. Oh, of course, Deluxe Royale with cheese.
There's no cheese on it.
Just normal Shaka-strophic.
Oh, this is a funny question for tonight. Jan, have you ever had a squabble like what's going on between Onana and Matic? And obviously tonight's show doesn't count.
Well, I used to compete with Göran Sørloth for the number 9 shirt at the Norwegian national team. And we were having some go at each other, but mildly way. This is the father of Alexander, who is now playing in Atletico Madrid. So we had some, but we did it in a polite way. And in an away game in Austria, they put it on the same room as they used to do. We had roommates. I'm a big talker, but I didn't talk so much that game, I have to admit. And at the end, I won the place, but doesn't matter. That was my little, what did you call it? Squabble?
Squabble, yeah, it's a squabble.
Yeah, squabble.
Is he a big guy like his son, Jan?
No, he's not, and I'm not sure he is his father because he didn't score so many goals as Alexander. So
okay, well, we're not going to get into that right now, but
squabble. That was squabble. You asked for squabble.
Oh boy.
This is not that kind of show, Jan. Having people come out from there. Let's move on.
Wow.
Okay, Shaka, what's your...
I'm sorry, what?
You can't move on so fast.
Not like Jerry Springer. Okay.
All of a sudden,
He is the father. What?
this is Maury Povich. All of a sudden,
He is the father. He is the father. He is the father.
Okay, thank you.
right.
Thank you for that, Jan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Glad that you cleared that up.
Springfield.
Shaka, what should Manchester United do with Onana?
They can't do anything with that. Manchester United have far more problems, far bigger problems than Ange Onana, in all honesty.
Put him on the bench.
You're just... They don't have 2 good goalkeepers.
Game, set, match, theatre. Game, set, match, theatre.
Oh, boy.
That's best of the month, dealt with. That's the whole argument.
Why did that make me cry?
No, but Jan thinks he won that.
That's as funny as that.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Well done,
But
Shaka.
Manchester United don't have 2 good anything to that point. And that's the issue. Manchester United just don't have a squad of players that are good enough for where they expect to be. And a goalkeeper is very low down on the list in their must-haves.
Okay. Oh, Jan, can Ange pull off a Ten Hag-style miracle to win the Europa League and secure his job for next season? And if he does, should Tottenham still consider sacking him?
You know what? Yesterday I was an official delegate of Eintracht Frankfurt at the game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So yesterday I was sitting with all the black suits in the stands, which was a good feeling. Me and Levy sitting together. But having said that, I think they will be knocked out in Frankfurt. Although they should have won yesterday, they had 2 or 3 in the post, they hit the bar. But I think that Frankfurt will beat them. And I think if he wins and take them into Champions League, he shouldn't be fired. I mean, then Daddy Levy should have a look at the firing he has done over the years and ask himself, were they very successful? No, they weren't. So I think he should stick to him.
Ali, what's more difficult, playing for club or country? I'll ask you all.
Well, I think it's for country. In my case, playing for country meant that we were playing against Brazil, against Argentina, against Colombia, Uruguay, Chile, so on and so forth. More times than not, that was the opposition. And so it is far more difficult to go out on the field knowing full well that more than likely you are going out on the field as the underdog every time you play, or most times that you play in South America. And I'm only keeping it to World Cup qualifiers or Copa America competitions to that end. And then there is an additional pressure that, of course, you're representing your country. And even though you may be the underdog, there's the expectation of all this 20, 30 million people that think you still should be winning this game, even though you're playing against the very best from Brazil and the very best from Argentina and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's more difficult.
Jack?
Agreed. Country for me was more difficult. Also, playing with club, you're playing, 38 league games, then cup games. So there's always a game next week. So there's always another opportunity next week. When we're talking for country and international football, sometimes you're going 2 months, 3 months in between those games. So there's a whole lot more pressure just by the nature of the international calendar.
Jan?
Yeah, and also, I mean, football players of my generation being European, I will always say that I played against Soviet Union. I played against Yugoslavia. No, they are like 20 national teams. So back in the days, it was very, very hard. We were also a smaller nation, but I think that all 3 of us could agree on was also to adjust to another coach. And you didn't see each other. You have 2 or 3 training sessions before you played for your national team. At the club, you were used to the system. You can talk every day. So it was harder to play with the national team, but that was just a part of the time you had the preparation and a national coach that more or less had to try us to adjust to be for the national team there. They couldn't do so much tactics and all that kind of things. But I think we all should be proud that we managed to adjust that, because it was hard to go from club level to play with the national team.
All right.
Goalkeeper aside, obviously that role doesn't change, but goalkeeper aside.
Careful, no.
No, that's all right. I'm not giving you a shake and bake or anything. Right. I'm just straightforward. All I'm saying is goalkeeper aside, my role with my club, you wouldn't believe this, Shaq, was actually to score goals. Whereas with Venezuela, that role, yeah, they would like me to score goals, but the role of the striker was go and harass defenders, go and draw fouls. We only played with 1 striker. And it changed the dynamics and the expectation of what you were supposed to do with the team and playing within the structure of the team. So it wasn't, hey, I'm going to be in the 18-yard box, I'm going to get chances to score. You may get 1, and if you don't score it, then the people are booing you because you're the reason, you're the problem as to why things didn't work out and why you're not going to the World Cup. That's a lot to handle and a lot to put on your shoulders, but that is the responsibility of being a national team player.
Speaking of pressure, yesterday there was a question that Mario Melchiot misunderstood, and he thought I was asking him who's going to win the Europa Conference League or the Conference League. And he panicked because I think he knew Chelsea and that was about it. Anyway, the question was who's going to win the Europa League. Sadly, Jan, the actual question has come up today. Who will win the Conference League? And I'm going to give it to you.
Rapid Vienna.
There we go.
My first club abroad. They won in Sweden. It was an own goal, but still, they are in the semi-final. No, they are have a chance to go into the semi-final.
Okay. Well, they've got one foot there, shall we say?
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
Guys?
Well, we'd love to go with Rapid Vienna because of all the reasons that Jan just mentioned, but shout out to Real Betis, who's actually have been playing really well in La Liga. They've generated some momentum. Won yesterday. I think they'll advance. Let's take Real Betis.
I'm going Real Betis as well.
All right, I like to hear it. The nice thing is that we actually brought the quarterfinals up today.
Yeah, thankfully.
Mario was tagging yesterday.
Because I'd have been like Mario.
Yes. Has Jan ever played, and sorry Jan if I butcher the name here, at the, yes. Has Jan ever played at the Henningsvar football stadium? Is it the most northern football pitch in the world?
No.
And it's one of the most beautiful places to have a football game. I saw that for the first time once, and it took me a day to organize a game there. So I played there. I even organized a game of all Norwegians. And if you want to Google it, try to find that pitch. It's fantastic in Lofoten, on the islands, and all that great Norwegian nature around it. Yes, so the answer is absolutely yes.
Oh,
did you have two good goalkeepers in that game, Jan?
We didn't even have one.
Jesus.
No, we couldn't have that. We couldn't have that, Ali, because imagine the two of them were sitting on a plane and knowing that both could play. That would be terrible for them. They would start crying.
I know the pitch he's talking about now. I've seen those pictures.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay, you'll have to look it up. See if you can find Jan playing there.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, you can find that as well. True. We had a
Henningsvar.
drone film. Henningsvar, find it.
Yeah.
You can visit
yes,
me.
please do. Please do.
We can make a game, Shaka, and you will be the only goalkeeper on the pitch.
Yeah. I'd love that. And that's when I'm at my best, Jan.
No pressure.
Has DJ Snake played a show there?
Oh, gorgeous.
I'm not.
Never mind, carry on. Never mind
Well,
me.
the last question's a tough one because it's for me, and it says, which of the boys would you trust as your celebrity stylist?
Oh, boy. I know who I'd go for. Look at Jan's flowing locks.
You're thinking about hairstylists or stylists?
I'm looking at Ali's and I'm not that
I think he means
confident.
clothes.
I'm not that confident of Ali as my hairstyle.
Well, that really is bold discrimination from you, Shaq.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow, Shaq.
Ali.
Well, I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
I hear you. You're not wrong. I'm
There
just
you go.
saying, I don't. It's not necessary to come at me like that. I understand why Jan then takes the position that he
Exactly.
takes.
Look at that. Look at Jan's lovely Norwegian locks.
But is it clothing or is it hair or is it the full
It's a full
package?
package.
I would
general.
see more as like clothing.
Yeah.
Oh, stylist.
Then you shouldn't go with me. I have to go with my wife to every shop. Don't go with me. Stay away from me.
To be honest. I'll
You have a fair point there, yeah.
Having
Oh my
said that,
goodness.
it speaks for me, Kay, that I lived in Middlesbrough. So if you want the Middlesbrough style, I could maybe give you some advice.
Oh, God, no.
Right.
No, nobody wants Middlesbrough.
Whoa. Why is that necessary?
I'm just saying.
You've been very edgy today.
No, I'm
Very
just
edgy.
saying.
Very edgy, Shaq.
Take the girl out to Middlesbrough. Take the girl out to Middlesbrough.
Wow.
That's the saying.
What about the Newcastle
minute.
fashion industry?
The men's top-selling designer wear shop for many years running was where? In the UK.
I don't know.
Middlesbrough, Shaq.
What?
Syke. Shout out to Syke. Go and look that up.
I don't know anything
online.
about that store.
You've been ruled out as my celebrity stylist. It is absolutely not you.
I think there's one answer and one answer only. Stevie.
Incorrect.
No.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna
Gotta
go
be
with-
LeBuff.
I'm gonna go
Gotta
with-
be LeBuff. Gotta be LeBuff.
No. I'm going to go
Yeah.
with Stuart Robson.
Archie. Archie Rington.
Not Archie.
Oh, man.
No.
Yeah, Stuart Robson's a good show.
Stuart Robson.
Stuart Robson's a good show.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Jules.
No.
Stuart Robson.
9.
Robbo, it's you. Thank you so much for sending in your questions. We will be back tomorrow to do it all over.
What about Luis
again.
Garcia? He's a good-looking guy.
Oh, Luis Garcia wouldn't have been a bad shout.
That's all right.
Too late now, too late.
No,